The Littles, Chapter 3. There was a secret lookout place behind the light switch in the hall of the Biggs house. One of the screws was missing. The empty hall was large enough for the Little to look and listen through. Mr. Little spent all next day at the lookout place. Tom Little stayed with them. They were waiting for the newcomes. "When they come, be careful of that light switch, Tom," said Mr. Little. "Likely as not, the first thing they'll do is turn on the hall light." Sometime in late afternoon, Mr. Little thought he heard a noise. He looked through the hole. "Are they coming?" said Tom. "Not yet. Hold it." Mr. Little heard a key in the front door lock. "Yes, here they come now. Shh. Where's the hall light, Charlie?" It was a woman's voice. "I have it," said Charles Newcomb. So there he is, looking through the hole as his little ladder. There were sparks inside the lookout place as the light was turned on. Tom Little jumped. His father turned from the peephole and put his fingers to his lips. Shh. The bright light from the hall came through the peephole into their dark hiding place. Tom could see his father's face clearly. Mr. Little returned to the hole. "What a drive," said Mrs. Newcomb. She sat down heavily on the suitcase. "Give me a minute to rest, and I'll help you with the rest of the bags." "No need to help, Mrs. N," said Mr. Newcomb. "I'll get the bags myself. No tipping, please. It's part of the service here at the big summer hotel." Mrs. Newcomb laughed. "Where do you get the energy?" she said. "From the country," said Mr. Newcomb. "I didn't realize how much I'd miss it. I get energy from just looking at all the trees in space. We're going to be here for 3 months. Just think of that." "I am," said Mrs. Newcomb. "I'll still have to get 3 meals a day, only now it'll be in a strange kitchen." "Listen, Liz," said Mr. Newcomb. "You've come here to write, and I've come here to paint. Nothing else is important." Sure, Mrs. Newcomb laughed. "Tell me that after eating hamburger for a week." "I mean it, Liz," said Mr. Newcomb. "Forget about housework. Write those stories you want to write. As for me," he twirled around and did a little dance. "This isn't my house. I'm fixing nothing, and I'm doing nothing. If the faucets drip, let them drip. I may not even take out the garbage." "You really mean it, don't you?" said Mrs. Newcomb. "Sure I do," said Mr. Newcomb. "I'm here to paint masterpieces, and that's what I'm going to do. And when I'm not doing that, I'm going to do nothing." "I'll loaf. Sit in the sun and eat." He laughed. "Hamburgers, of course."